This here is the Thule Subterra 40L, and after almost 5 years of airports, hotels, weekend trips, overhead bins, and maybe some questionable packing decisions, it's still one of my absolute go-to carry-ons. So, if you're looking to invest in a travel bag that's actually lasts, not just one that looks good in product photos online, this review is absolutely for you. Today, I'll walk you through the specs, what I love, what I barely use, what's changed with the newer Subterra 2, and why I always use it with the Thule compression cubes. We'll talk about that in a bit. Hi, Yaya here from Nomad Story. Today I want to be reviewing the Thule 40L Subterra, my first kind of business backpack that I've had for the last 5 years. Let's start with the specs. This is the Thule Subterra carry-on 40L. It has a 40-liter capacity as its name dictates. It's about 1.6 kilograms and the dimensions are 21 by 35 by 55. I'm 5'7". This gives you a sense of about how big it is. It's got 800D nylon all over. It's got rubberized zippers, very smooth zippers that still function really well to this day. And for the main compartment, it's got the little holes in the zipper so you can put in a lock. It's designed as a soft-sided carry-on bag, and it opens more like a suitcase than a regular backpack. And unlike a roller luggage, you can just throw it on your back and move through stairs, airports, cobblestone streets, elevator escalators, and you don't have to drag the wheels behind you, which if you're an avid traveler, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So for me, this bag works really well for short trips, especially when I want like a one clean carry-on setup. One of the best features about this bag is that you can carry it 3 ways. You can use it as a sling with the actual attachment here. You can use it as a backpack, and you can also carry it just like a duffel bag. And it's got a couple of handles, top and bottom, one at the top as well. The shoulder strap attaches right here onto the sides here, and then you can carry it that way. And then last but not least is the backpack straps tuck in here, so it's nicely tucked away when you're not using them. And the whole thing just has a really clean, understated look. It doesn't look like a hiking backpack. It doesn't look overly technical. It's just polished enough so that you look put together, especially for business trips. I have an Osprey 60L, one of my absolute favorite bags, and it just doesn't do the same thing as this for those types of trips. For the ones where I'm, staying at a hotel for long durations, or if it's a work trip or a business trip, or if I'm just like really city traveling, this is a little bit more the right look than the Osprey 60. That's a little bit more adventurous looking. Okay, let's talk about the capacity. So this is a 40-liter bag. It's perfect for about a 3-day trip. You can stretch it to 5 days if you're a very light packer, especially for warm weather travel, where clothes are smaller and you're not packing as bulky and stuff like that. But you open it up and it's just one giant compartment that does have this mesh that protects the whole thing. I find that quite nice. And then the inside is a full compartment. This is the shoe bag, and then this is the top bag, but these all compress down, so if you don't have those filled in, you can have access to the full capacity of the bag. Now, I do like to use compression cubes with this backpack because it's a big open space, and so without the compression cubes, things tend to shift around a little bit. So these are also from Thule. They're $70 for both of them. One of them I use for, my bigger clothes, jeans, tops, and then this is for like underwear, swimsuit, socks. I can actually put quite a bit in here. For me, I can easily put like 2 pairs of jeans, a pair of shorts or skirt, and then a couple of tops in here. And then this here, easily like a full week's worth of underwear, socks, and even a swimsuit. So these are really great. You can, let me unzip this as an example. This is quite deep. You've got like a good 2.5 to 3 inches, and it compresses down to just below 1 inch. So these ones, great. It really maximizes the space in the bag, and it keeps things really simple. So when I get to the hotel, all I do is I take these out, I put them on a shelf, and I'm basically unpacked. Now, this bag also comes with a removable laptop sleeve, which is right here. And so this here can fit a 16-inch laptop, and it slides right into one of the compartments of the bag. But honestly, I don't use it that much. It's very well designed. It's very thoughtful. You know, you have space for your laptop, a tablet, or a Kindle of sorts. You have a secondary compartment here that has extra storage. So for pens and little things like that, for, you know, a battery bank or something. I like the idea of it. I never have a 16-inch laptop, so it gets a little bit floppy for me. This is too big for what I usually use. The other piece is, there is also this compartment, which I tend to use for my tech when I travel. I just slide it right in there without the laptop sleeve, and it works fine. This is not super convenient for anything besides your tech because it's right against your back, and so if you have anything bulky in here, you're going to feel it if you're using it as a backpack. Sometimes I'll put like an extra spare sweater in there or something. I do like that it's on the outside of the bag, so for security at the airport, you know, you just open this up, you take your tech out, you don't have to actually open the bag. The Subterra 2 has that compartment on the inside, which I find a little bit less convenient. So one of my favorite details about this whole bag is the shoe compartment. So it's right here on the outside. It has its own compartment, and you just put your shoes in here. Your shoes are dirty anyways, usually. I can fit about 2 pairs of shoes in there. I wear women's size 8.5, and it's just there, secure. It's easy access if you need to change shoes at the airport or something like that, and it keeps your clothes completely dry and separate. In the Subterra 2, they have a adaptable divider, which I get the idea. It gives you the feeling that you have more space inside and it's more flexible, but honestly, it's a soft fabric inside, and so if I'm not using the shoe compartment, I just compress it down on the inside and I still get access to all of the space anyways. Another feature I use constantly is the top quick access compartment right here. So this is where I put keys, wallet, AirPods, lip balm, receipts, random airport snacks, and all the tiny little things. It's got a mesh zipper here and then also a key fob clip. But it's really easy just to like jam stuff in there, and it's at the top of the bag, so really easily accessible and super useful when you're on the go, you're going through security, or you're just, you know, boarding the plane and you want to get a quick thing out before putting your luggage away. Then there's the hidden back pocket, which is one of my favorite features. It's one of those things that doesn't sound really exciting, but it's super useful. So it's perfect for your passport, for important documents, things that you need to keep protected. And literally it's the zipper that is behind the strap for your luggage. So, you know, unless you know it's there, it's kind of hidden. It's pretty deep. So my finger goes all the way down here. You can easily put some cash in here and your passport very safely. And if you're using this as a backpack, it's nicely protected against your back. I like that it's accessible and it's hidden. So as a carry-on, this bag works really well, but there's one thing to know. On smaller planes, it can be a little bit tight on the overhead capacity. So if you pack it to the absolute limit, you might have to wrestle it a little bit into the overhead bin or a small domestic flight. It still fits under the seat in front of you, but that obviously, you know, takes up all of your leg room. So you can compress it and squeeze it in, but if you've got it jam-packed, it won't fit on those smaller aircraft. So I just don't overpack it if you're on those smaller flights. That being said, on regular flights, I've never had a problem. It always fits perfectly. Now, for me, the real test whether a bag is worth investing in is how it looks and performs after years of use, not on the first day that you get it and you take it out of the package. And this is really where the Subterra has really held up. I've had it for almost 5 years, and it looks almost new. The fabric has held up. The zippers still feel really good. The stitching is still solid. The bag still has its shape. Like, I've compressed this and I've thrown this in the back of a closet before, and it's still holding up. So it's been through quite a bit. It's been through airports, cars, overhead bins, road trips, weekend trips. It's been thrown around quite a bit, and you know what? It's still holding its shape without anything in it. It looks clean, polished, and I've maybe wiped it down once. And honestly, that's the kind of travel gear that I like. I don't want to buy stuff that looks amazing for 6 months and then it just starts falling apart. Like, it was just like an emotional impulse buy or something like that. For luggage, because it's stuff that I need to count on, I really want it and need it to hold up the test of time. Okay, so who is this bag for? I think the Thule Subterra 40 is best for someone who wants a clean, durable carry-on for short business trips, or just short trips, city travel, or weekend getaways. It's really great if you want something more flexible than a roller suitcase, but you want it to be more polished than a hiking backpack or just any ordinary backpack. For me, this is really the sweet spot. It works when I want to travel light, move easily, and still look put together. My favorite things are the clean design, the durability, the 3 carry options, the top quick access pocket, and the hidden back pocket, and of course, the external shoe compartment. The things that I use the least are the removable laptop sleeve as a carry-on, or a separate carry, and then the laptop compartment. They're good features, it's just not like the wow of the item. Now, would I still recommend this bag after almost 5 years? Yes, I absolutely would. Would I buy the new Subterra 2? Maybe. I've seen some really good comparison items out there, and I'd have to do a little bit more shopping, but there's some good options out there like Belroy that recently came out with their light travel pack 38 liters that also fits the bill. Now, if I still had the old version available, yeah, 100% I'd buy this version again. Paired with the compression cubes, this is really one of my favorite setups for like a 3 to 5 day trip. And it really allows you to pack light. Everything is organized and it's clean, practical, durable, and it doesn't look like you're about to, disappear into the woods or something, quite literally. So if you're trying to buy fewer things but better things, this is really the kind of bag that makes sense for you. It's not just about the price tag, obviously. This was originally at $299, and I think it's still about the same price. It's really about, a product that can last years, that still looks good, and that still, holds up to its original promise. So that's my long-term review of the Thule Subterra 40 liter and the Thule compression cubes. If you're looking for a carry-on setup that works for short trips, business travel, and organized packing without looking too outdoorsy, this one has really held up well for me for the last 5 years. So pack smart, keep it simple, and leave a little room for whatever you find along the way. If you like this video, please make sure to click like and subscribe, and check back soon for our next video. I'm not done.
You're behind schedule.
Yeah, go away. Go away so I can finish faster.
Look at you with all the lips.
I know, go away so I can finish.
Tu m'as pas de lipstick pour moi, hein?
We're still filming.